15 kilograms. That's 13 stone, 12.5 pounds. Mark May wearing blue and purple trunks and red boots, occupying the red corner from the Bulldog Gymnasium. 23 years of age, 88 kilograms. Had a big win recently at the DYRSL Club. 2 bouts, 1 win, 1 draw from Motorvale, with his mentor, former British champion, Nick Bad to the Bone Stone. Would you welcome Ashley Buck? Ashley Buck, red corner, 3 by 1.5 minutes. Mr. Les Fidesz.
Well, actually 3 1.5 minute rounds in this particular bout, Bob. Ashley Buck and Mark May. And let's tell you a little bit about Ashley Buck. He's only had 2 fights, for a win and a loss, and has done a little bit of Thai boxing. And of course, as he was introduced before, Nick Bad to the Bone Stone is his mentor in the corner, a former Englishman.
Actually, Rob, the Bulldog Gym here in Sydney is part of the Bob Jones Corporation, so I'll try not to be biased.
This will be an unbiased.
This time.
Having a look at both fighters in the corner, your boy doesn't seem to be carrying any surplus, but I look across on the other side, young Mark May. He too also has only had 2 fights to his credit, for a win and a loss, and is carrying plenty of weight. But at 24 years of age, Ashley Buck at 23 years of age. In fact, Mark May used to play league rugby, or rugby league, up here in Sydney, and unfortunately couldn't play on a Sunday because he had to work. His job as a storeman, so he felt the next best contact sport was kickboxing.
Oh, and
magnificent kick. But he butters up with a good left hand.
Very good left hand coming back. Mark May's pulling the leather on now with a big one from Ashley. Inside leg kick from Ashley, putting Mark on the balance.
The 2 young fighters that are fairly inexperienced. They're giving us plenty in this first round. And we have a look at Ashley Buck looking to the corner. And pretty quick to cover up. I had a chat with Ashley beforehand and asked him what his best attributes were, and he said he's a big kicker. At the moment, both boys trading plenty of leather.
Plus, we've got heavier. These first 3 bouts here this evening, it's gone from the lighter weights, and these boys have gone right up to the 13.5 stone mark.
Well, they've begun at a furious pace, and they're coming from the bleachers. Good punches coming from Ashley Buck, but May's back. Takes a couple, sizes him up, and then comes back again as both boys start to trade feet. And that'll certainly get the crowd alive here, but a low blow there in the corner to Ashley Buck, as his corner now comes out to try and rescue him.
That's unfortunate.
And we will probably have a longer break than normal to try and let him recover from that.
There's the experience of Nick Stone being an ex-British champion.
Let's have a look here.
Here's the slow motion. This is where they really got into it in the blue.
Young Mark May on your left there. And looking for the ball. That punch caught him low underneath the rib cage. That one over the top caught on the gloves. And just slipping there as he's looking to come in over the top. Gee, an aggressive fighter once he gets his opponent on the ropes, isn't he? But
Ashley was covering up there and taking a lot of those on the shoulders, but pretty awesome looking punches coming out if Mark starts to find his spot.
The difference being there, Bob, is you're spending energy without really doing any damage. Okay, round 2 of this 3 by 1.5 minutes. And big left hand there from May, and it's caught Buck unawares. Buck coming back, still trying to trail leather as he's caught outside the ropes. Now these 2 young fellows keeping this crowd here at the Horton Pavilion in Sydney well and truly entertained.
I think Ashley's better at finding his mark, but excuse the pun there, but Mark May is doing a lot more work when he really gets in there. And he's
very, very strong in the upper body, and very strong when he starts to throw a bit of leather, whereas
as I'm saying, Ashley picking his mark, looking at those 2 punches, he took his time, looked down and went for the legs.
Well, his kicking was his prowess as far as he was concerned. They had the young Mark there trying to go hold of the leg on the way down. Maybe just a little bit of inexperience there, sort of trying to get away out.
Well, the referee was giving his second warning there for grabbing, because under these rules, American rules, they're not allowed to grab the kicks like that.
And just a slip that time. May coming in to have a kick. Only one bad trait of young Ashley's. He tends to turn his back and walk away.
Oh, they train very hard for fight after 1 or 2 fights, and they train like trainers. But they get to the stadium and see a big crowd like this, almost a full house, just a quarter of a million. Well, and all of a sudden their strength goes somewhere. You know, it's not there anymore.
Well, Mark May at the moment wearing one just underneath the right eye, I'd say, from Ashley Buck, and it's been a furious encounter so far. And as I said before, both boys, even though they're relatively inexperienced, they have traded leather from the opening bell.
Third and final round.
Ashley Buck it is on the right of screen, Mark May on the left, and Buck perhaps the better kicker, but it's May who can really unload some leather when he wants to.
He doesn't place them that well, but he certainly unloads them, doesn't he?
Well, there was a spinning backhanded punch then came from young Ashley Buck. It's the first one we've seen of the fight. So just leaves himself a little bit vulnerable when he follows up with that kick and then turns his back. Yeah, trying to take the feet underneath Ashley Buck on that occasion.
They'd run in roundhouse kickers, a trait at the Bulldog gym with Nick Stone. If they get that, 1 to 2 metre gap, they can...
Oh, there's a good left hand. Good left hand had put him down, but I don't think there's a lot of damage done. And both boys a little battle scarred. And the referee, there's young Ashley in the corner. Ashley tried to convince him that it was just a bit of a slip. Yeah. But from our position up here, it wasn't a bad left hand. In centering again. And Mark May is throwing left and right. Now come back with a left and right combination. And again, looking to come in underneath. Both boys terribly tired. And they're working hell for leather. As we see Ashley Buck coming straight over the top of Mark May. And again trying to take the feet out from underneath him. There we find the back turn on him again, but we thought that the other bout was pretty tough. I'd hate to be scoring this one too. I'd hate to be scoring this one.
And you can't be too critical on the technique used, because they've only had a couple of fights each, so they're virtually novices. But the amount of guts they got to go with the technique, the lack of technique, the amount of guts that went in there, made it a good fight for the audience. Well, I think once Mark May has a couple of more fights and he settles down, he's going to be a handful. Once he learns to place that shot better.
He packs a wallop.
And I think Ashley'd be a lot better fighter than Mark allowed him to be tonight. Ashley looked to me like a thinker, someone who wants to place his shots, but Mark May got in close, upset him, and it'll be very interesting how the judges, I wouldn't dare to comment on.
I think both guys, Ashley and Mark, deserve your appreciation. Once again, that was a tremendous bout between two young men just stepping out. The winner by unanimous points from the red corner, Ashley Buck.